Okay, today we will review the concept of the rhetorical triad. You must take notes. Remember, you will be taking a formative assessment based on this information. So let's get your paper ready and let's create an outline. You're going to need a large triangle. You're going to use that as a graphic. You also need to record rhetorical triad, information about 3 subtopics. The other topic is strategy versus device. Now, leave plenty of space. You will want to take up about a page. Now, rhetoric refers to the art of using speech effectively. The triad is based on the work of Aristotle. He explained how speakers were effective by representing speech as an interaction between the speaker, the audience, and the message. The speaker comes to this interaction with a purpose in mind. He or she considers the audience for the speech, then determines what message he or she will send to that audience to get the audience to do what the speaker wants them to do. Let's look at an example. Tom runs a computer lab for his boss, Harry. Now, Tom has an excellent record of cutting costs and maintaining productivity, but he hasn't had a raise in years. So he decides to approach Harry and ask for a raise. He considers his message. Should he flatter Harry? Nah, Harry isn't really moved by his emotions. Should he try using logic? Maybe present a chart that shows how much money he saved the company? No, he decides that won't work either. Harry is persuaded by logic, but he's well aware of Tom's cost-cutting record. He's even remarked on it. And yet, Harry hasn't given Tom a raise since he's been the boss. So Tom decides to try an appeal to ethics. He knows that Harry believes CEOs and employees should share the profits. Tom decides to present his case by using a chart that clearly shows employees like Tom are getting a much smaller slice of the pie than top executives like Harry. He knows he might offend Harry, but Tom decides it's worth a shot. If he delivers his message in the right way, Tom believes he will win Harry over with a message focused on equality. Now, the scenario we just explored is how the rhetorical triad provides a framework for an author or speaker. As readers, we only have the text, so we must approach it like a detective. We look at the choices the author made in content and style, and from that determine just what type of audience the speaker must have been appealing to, and what the speaker must have wanted the audience to do. This is known as rhetorical analysis, the process of looking at an author's choices and from those choices determining what the rhetorical situation must have been. Now, while rhetorical situations are varied, the tools authors use are not. All authors have just 3 tools to work with when they create a text. Don't forget to capture these notes on your note-taking device. Now, authors can choose which words to use, how to arrange those words into sentences, and how to punctuate those sentences. If the text is delivered in a speech, authors don't have punctuation, so they use tone and hand gestures. When we're looking at these tools, we have a couple of terms. It's important that we use them correctly. Those terms are strategy and device. Now, let's imagine you're going to give a speech. You think, I'm going to repeat important words so my listeners can remember them. Now that's a common strategy most speakers use and one you've probably used yourself. You decide to repeat one key phrase that you hope really drives home your message. That phrase is all the work, all the time. You decide to state it at the beginning of your speech and then again at the end of your speech. These are known as devices or instances of you using a strategy. Thank you for viewing this presentation on the rhetorical triad and capturing your ideas on your notes. Please stop the recording and return to Teams.